Alright, what's up everybody? Gonna be another shorter video today. We've got a new computer on chess.com that we're gonna warm up with. And then I think we've got a 5-0 Blitz arena that's gonna start up here in about 5 minutes. So gonna warm up on the AI, probably play 3 or 4 5-0 games, then we're gonna wrap it up. But let's jump over here. I think we've got everything working. Alright. New AI, Mark Robert, Crunch Labs on YouTube. I've heard of him before. 1200 rated, so hopefully this is just a warm-up. Go knight f3. Don't get knight c6. I think here I'm going to go c4. It's an interesting move. Let's take again. Be kind of fun if this was some type of gambit, but I don't think it is. Could go knight e5. I don't think, because my knight covers, I don't think I need to be overly concerned with the check yet. Let's just offer a trade. I'll take the trade there. Maybe let's push here, hitting the knight. I think here I'm just going to push. Knight here will take. Let's get our bishop in. Then here I'm going to go to knight b5, hitting both of these. So knight c7 should win the rook. Obviously with that trade, which isn't going to be ideal. So maybe we just drop the bishop back first. I think so. I still hold both threats. This is probably going to sting. I'm thinking just castle. That's what I'm going to do. If black didn't have the bishop b4 check for the double up, because otherwise I could have just gone knight c7 and taken the rook on check, but can't do that on bishop b4. Here we'll hit the fork though. Slide out of the way. Here I'll just take. We'll consider that. Just simplifying, but certainly not necessary. This doesn't work. Maybe f4. That seems unnecessary, but I think it does work here. Takes, I'll take the pawn. See if we can take that bishop out. Bishop here. Let's just attack it. That makes sense. Tempted to just take. Kind of like this though too. Rook over, or king over. Okay. We're still covering everything. Look for rook f1. Start with rook h4. Not necessarily looking for trades, but I would certainly be happy to take them. That I will definitely take. That hangs a piece. Couldn't even speak there. Let's go rook e1. Don't think I have anything better, at least that I could immediately find. Maybe here. Here we'll take that. And probably just push. Fine with that pawn, just gonna cut the king off here. That's not what I wanted to do. I meant to go pawn up. Here we'll just lock everything down. All right, got the mate there, decent warm-up. Let's go hop into this 5-0 event. See if we can get some people close to our rating here. Probably not. We got a 150 right above us. It's rough. There's always lower rated people, I feel like, that win these events. Less than 1,000 rated, that's a good start. Are they going for Scholars Mate? They are. I like 95 here. Just to kind of bait that one in. Generally like playing it. I think I'm probably just going to take that. Just jump the knight in. I played that a little fast. I'm wondering if I should be concerned on this. I'm sure the answer is yes. Let's just go and go c6. Probably should have played that last move. Line up with the rook. Okay. Let's just castle. Got a decent position so far. After this move, I'm going to assume that white is not going to want to castle queenside. This move looks good here. I'm going to target that knight to jump my knight into e5. This should be pretty nasty for white. Queen back. Knight's not quite hanging there. I may just take the pawn with check and then jump back. I'm not going to have a great follow-up otherwise, but I think I'm okay with that move. Bishop in. Looking for any more entertaining moves. Thinking about rook here, bishop, and then pushing. Could be interesting. Let's try that. It looks kind of fun. If takes on a7, b6 immediately could work. White just takes, that's fine. Still gonna look for c5. Won't change anything immediately. Knight in. I could go e6 here, and I think I might. c6, knight in, I have that covered. Yeah, let's go for that. Knight jumps back. I'm thinking here we take. Maybe offer a trade here. This doesn't get me much. This pawn is hanging. Wondering if I have a more interesting follow-up here. d5 feels like the d5 queen takes. Takes, queen takes there. Not ideal. I think I like my position enough. I'm going to be okay offering a trade here. Let's go bishop in. Threatening to take the knight and then take pawn. I have that covered temporarily. So on takes, king takes, takes, rook takes. I don't really know if I want to allow that. I probably don't. Might have been a little bit sloppy on my part. Let's go rook here. Knight here I take. I'm going to maybe go rook c8 and then rook up and then take. That feels pretty slow. But Seems like, at least right now, a straightforward plan. Considering e5 and bishop back. Bishop back, I guess. Probably just offer that trade either way. I'm wondering if I... yeah. It's dicey. I like my bishop there. I don't necessarily want to give it up. Don't want to give up that pawn. I think I just... So I think if white went here, I was going to double up. Still going to double up right now. Still looking at rook c6. After takes, white could certainly double up and hit that pawn again, but I'm at least up the tempo there, and I'm gonna win more pawns than I lose. Knight in makes sense. That might be the way I proceed. Bishop here, knight takes, rook takes, and then we take twice on c2. I don't think there's anything better than that. Sacking the exchange doesn't necessarily work. Okay. Not ideal. Rook probably needs to move. Knight here, winning material. Knight jumps back. Can drop my bishop back. I'll be up a piece there. Way down on time here against the 995 rated player, so I'm sure this has gone well. Rook down makes sense. I wonder if I should maybe try something like f5. King here, I could always go bishop d4, knight takes. That seems good for me. I'm going to take here. Okay, I have no increment. I forgot about that. It's going to get a little dicey. Here I'm going to go rook f8. Knight b7, I'll take the pawn. That was not good. Gonna have to swindle one here. That is not ideal. You might pull it off. Probably need to go ahead and pre-move that. Let's get that ready. 2 seconds. God, I'm gonna lose to the 995 rated player. Not ideal. For the sake of time, let's just pre-move it. I may not have too much of a choice otherwise. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll run out of time. I don't think I have much of a choice there. Oh, that's rough. That was terrible. I did not deserve that. We'll title this video How Not to Beat Lower Rated Opponents. 1300, man. Alright, we just gotta move faster. A little less indecision. Bishop g7. The no increment games I really gotta treat like bullet, even with 5 minutes. I run out of time so fast. Let's go knight up. Targeting this pawn. Definitely targeting this pawn now. h3 we'll take with the bishop. Not a move I necessarily need to make. Let's just castle. Let's target this pawn a little bit. What about this move? Take. Let's go rook d8. Don't think I necessarily want to trade. Okay. And I'm going to double up. This should be mate. Or white has to give up the queen. Whew, that one went a lot better. Doesn't have to give up the queen, excuse me. Does have to give up the knight though. Threatening mate here. Rook in. Probably still try to force a trade. No, they resign there. I think rook g1, maybe holding it together. But definitely still a winning position for me. All right. We go 900 to 1300 to 1800. Good range here. Queen up. Here I take. I'm going to go e5 here. And I will take that. Bishop in. Go h5. Probably get a6 in soon. Yeah. Look to throw some pawns down the board. Like h5 here, try to deter g4. Generally something I like to do. Probably just go rook b8. Don't think I should be overly concerned about that move. Could always just slide the queen out of the way right now. Won't be much harm in doing that. Don't think I necessarily want to take yet. Let's start with b5. Might think about sliding the queen over here next move. And yeah, that was a bit poor on my part. Still not overly threatening anything yet, but certainly not great. Maybe just bishop here. Bishop e6. Gotta think about this knight. Let's start with this. White will tell me what I'm missing here. Not a great position so far. I need to get out of this pin. Yeah, that one will probably do it. I wonder, do I just have this? Kind of seems like it. I think I need to go for it. I don't want to think about it too long. I could always just drop back. I think maybe then I can drop the knight in again. Or push the pawn. That might be a bit more accurate. That might have been a nice tactic. Bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Probably just rook over at that point. Now what's the best way to approach this? What to do? Maybe just drop the knight back here. And pre-move that. That seemed like the right call there. I'm up a piece for 2 pawns. Certainly feels like white has a little compensation right now. He's got them thinking a little bit now that I'm down a minute on the clock. Pre-move this, I'd be fine with either of those takes for white. Get these pieces off the center, maybe get castled. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think so. Could always just drop back. That should probably be a pretty smart move. Keep me from castling. It's not what they do. Those pawns already feel kind of weak. So I don't mind taking here. I'm hopeful eventually if I can kick this white bishop out and castle, then I feel pretty confident with my position. Right now it's still a little iffy. My king's kind of out in the open. Could always go something like f5 just to try to create a square, but I don't love the look of that. Here, probably just bishop back. We'll just drop right back to here and go and pre-move that capture. That should be somewhat well protected. Just pushes. I'd be fine with that. Open up those squares. Thinking maybe bishop here. And then I can go f6. Kind of like the look of that. Here I'm just going to go f6, tuck my king out. Try and just create an escape square. I feel like that's the only weakness right now for me. So here, do I not just have b4? Takes. Certainly feels like I do. Now white has really no way to kick that bishop out other than to trade for it with their own. My rook's already protecting it. Should be pretty easy to defend. Probably f6, king f7, rook d8, something along those lines. Could see white maybe trying to, break this bishop out a little bit. Could even just go f5 here. I do give them a chance to play e5 there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go f6 anyways. Here I can take, even on like rook f3 at the end, my bishop still covers f6, so I can just tuck the bishop out, and it's fine. They're looking for f5 here, but yeah, here I might just do this. Threaten it, and then maybe king f7 next move. Now we just need to move fast. No silly blunders. Should be able to meet any of these with a pawn push. That looks pretty good for me. I will be giving up that pawn in the end, which I don't love. Yeah, maybe not the best idea. I might just drop it back on rook f1. Yeah. Not a big fan of that one. Let's come over here. There, I'm just going to push. And then probably tuck my king in on e6. Yep. Yeah, okay, I was like, I did not hang that one. That would not have been good. Shoot, just move, Dylan. Yeah. Only thing I could not do there was lose on time, but almost lose to 9-9. I played better that game than I did against the sub-1000 rated player. That was pretty rough. Alright, this might be the last one here. This is a full game. We get the Italian. Bishop e7 is an uncommon one. Not liking the fried liver. I'm going to guess that black's going to try to castle kingside. Not a fair guess. Queen goes up. It's going to say here, I'm going to start to throw some pawns down the board. Could always go rook g1 too, just hit that pawn. I'm going to get the queen up, keep my options open as well. They push here. I don't need to take that, nor do I necessarily feel like I have to. Take, knight takes. I don't think I want to take it. I'm going to start with bishop b5. I know everyone. Knight in. It's probably not great. I'm just gonna take. And then maybe go here. I was gonna say that's not quite hanging yet. Try to do a little poking. Let's just castle. I assume that black will castle themselves. At that point, I'll probably go knight f4. I wonder where that knight's going to try to come in at. Maybe just here. Seems fairly solid at the moment. I don't know if they're trying to deter this move. Seems fine for me. Still seems fine for me. Could certainly be something I'm missing here. Looking for a trade. Certainly don't want to do that. Let's start with a check. I think I'll push here. I don't think I have much of a choice here. I'm going to do b3. Don't want to let black take on b2. We can try to force a trade. That'll hang a7, so they could start with something else. They shouldn't have a way to trap my queen other than forcing a trade. I can always take the pawn and then offer the trade again on a4. Sure seems like I should have that option. We're going to go for it. Still looking for f5. On castling. I mean, I don't really want to offer a draw. Certainly seems like that's what they're going for, though. But I don't have a terrible position here. After takes, and then f5. It's certainly playable. Let's just take. Just trying to create some counterplay here. So e5 feels pretty automatic here. Not going to overthink that one. And there we'll push, and then probably h4 next. Yeah, still h4. On check. Alright, not going to accept that. We'll pre-move that capture. Got to get the king out of the way to avoid anything there. And then knight e4 coming next. I wonder if I have the option to just keep pushing. It's probably not worth the risk. A recapture. Rook here, I'll push. Actually, this looks like a pretty decent position either way. This doesn't work, this loses a rook. Because of check. That makes sense. Let's start with a4. Go here. Oh, Dylan, move faster. I need to turn on the warning on chess.com. I don't think I have that enabled to give me like the 10-second or 1 minute. I also just play way too slow. Alright, last game. 1100, 1600 got the better of me in that last one. I still haven't really decided how I like to play against the Scandinavian. c4 is always tempting. Black doesn't play e5. I'll probably play d4 myself. Check, got to block with the knight. Don't want to drop anything to that. Here, I'll take. Probably play knight c3 regardless of how black takes back. Knight up. Maybe just f3 there. That's interesting. Kind of like b3. Fianchettoing looks nice. And bishop here. Castle. Maybe just move the rook out of the way. And knight d5 next move. Did I miss something there? Guess not. Seemed like an extra piece there. Should have prevent black from castling. Still going for the same thing here. Need to find a better square for this bishop. Rook over. Bishop here is a little annoying. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, certainly feasible. Maybe just push. It's got to be decent. Take. And here. And then we take. So this is hanging with check. Black doesn't have any big threats. Let's start with this. What's the best way to go about this? Probably start with this. King goes over. Just keep everything protected. Pawn there is interesting. They offer a trade, which does not seem like the right approach. Let's just double up. Force black to always maintain some protection here. Probably just offer a trade. Sure, black will not accept it. It's probably the cleanest. I don't think I'm mating with this. Rook in, king runs. Yeah. Alright, let's just move quick. Cannot lose to back rank. It's going to be the only requirement here. Let's keep pushing. Okay, 7, we push anyways. Can't take that. Don't want to take that, I should say. Let's go here. Get rid of any back rank. Give a check. Pick up that pawn. Gotta love that. Just give another check. Maybe just here. Can't quite take. Let's go F4. Black's rook cannot leave this rank. Can't take. Here. Here, covers. Okay. Don't listen to me. Okay, and here we just push. Let's take that pawn. Let's get the king in. I should be winning here. Prevent black from stepping in front. Yeah. That'll win. Okay. Not the greatest performance today. Only lost one, I think. Deserved to lose more than one, but what are you going to do? We're still really just playing once a week for these videos. Eventually, I'm going to start to actually pursue the FM title, but right now still kind of playing for fun. I have a couple other projects that I'm trying to wrap up, so I'll do it for this video. Hopefully it's entertaining. I need to play a full arena tournament. That might be my next video. I'll find a 30-minute or hour arena and play the whole thing. See how we stack up. Typically either late joining or leaving early. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.